All right, guys, welcome to another great ride. This one is fantastic. We're going to go from Highway 1 in California, and we're going to take that over the mountains into Sunnyvale. But what's really cool about this ride is the amount of windy roads and back roads that end up in this one. Let me show you a map. Here we go. Look at the map and an easy kind of overview look. We're starting on Highway 1. We're going to head up over, that's Lamar, back in through its Pescadero is the name of the city here. Head up over the hills into Los Altos Hills and down into the area of Los Altos and Sunnyvale. But let me show you a little closer so you see the terrain that we're going to be covering. And you can see that it's really mountainous and absolutely crazy, super windy. So we go from Pescadero, we head up into the mountains here where it gets really, really windy. And you got to kind of pay attention to these roads. So this road right here is Pescadero Creek Road. We're going to follow Pescadero Creek Road all the way up the ridge, and that turns in, once we cross Pescadero Creek Road, there's a little interchange here that you really got to watch out for. I'm sure I'll get confused at this spot because it's not super, I'm just afraid I might miss that one, but it's Alpine Road, and we want to take Alpine Road, which is a tiny little road going down the mountain. And that ends up turning into yet another road, which is Page Mill. So once we hit Skyline Boulevard, that turns into Page Mill Road right down here. Okay, so we see Skyline Boulevard. We could take it up this way. We go to Alice's. We go this way. We go down into Santa Cruz. And then I really kind of want to be specific about this because then once you hit Page Mill Road, you could take that all the way down. But what we want to do is once we hit this point here where this mountainous terrain basically stops if you follow Page Mill Road, we want to turn right and follow Moody Road because that goes down into this canyon. Never been down here, but that looks like that's going to be a fantastic place to ride. And then we're going to take that on out to this spot right here in, I'm not sure what that's called, but it's really close to Palo Alto and Los Altos, and where we're going to start today, let me change our view once again, and it's going to be right here on the beach, and this is where I should find you, right here on the Carrillo Highway, Highway 1. Look at these beaches here. You can pull off in these little parking lots here off the side of the road, just over the little dune there, and there's some pretty fantastic beaches. Great place to come and have lunch. On the opposite side, this is a bird sanctuary, and you'll find that they've got these little walkways to kind of walk out there to do some bird watching, things like that. Pretty cool. Lots to do coming down the coast of California. There's one of those little walkways right there, nice little bridge over there. Walkway back around the side of the lagoon, and you can park right up here on the right hand side, and then you go down and see the birds are on the beach. And sometimes you can be lucky enough to see the seals come up during mating season, and there are a lot of them. Sea lions as well. Sea lions are there's like a couple of areas out here that are sectioned off to make sure that the sea lions have their sanctuary. And after seeing these beaches, we're going to go ahead and go towards Pescadero. That is a left-hand turn left here. And we're going to do that. This is the start of our route, guys, and our ride. Looking at that map we just saw, and we're going to head up here a little ways and into some twisties. Starts out nice and calm up into Pescadero. All right, we just came through the valley, and then we come into where the road narrows. This is still Pescadero Creek Road. That's some little farms, nice houses. And the road was a lot wider, and now it's kind of narrowed out a little bit, a little rougher, but I think we're hitting the twisties a little bit here. Ha! Yeah, nice road. And this is going to wind its way back up into the hills. Say back up into the hills. Up into the hills. And then back down the other side. The road's getting a little bit windier, and I've seen some redwoods. So you're coming kind of into a redwood forest here. Just a few redwoods here and there. Kind of makes for majestic sights the sun comes beaming down through the trees. It's pretty awesome. There's some redwoods here. Look at these old bridges. This little bridge like this, you see these all over the place. It's just really old style. It looks like a cement bridge. Well, the railings are cement. They grow moss all over the place. Pretty cool. Following this little creek up. Still in there. Oh, look at that cliff coming down there. That's pretty. Really pretty. Right here is San Mateo Memorial Park, and I've never visited this park, but I saw a little turnout with some picnic tables. So, and I look down off the side here to the right, there's a little trail going through there and some more picnic tables. I'm not really super familiar with this, but it's certainly a nice area. Saw some trails back just a little ways, so maybe those kind of connect to this memorial park here. Next right, I'm going to take a quick look, guys. Let's see what they have here. Maybe they've got a sign that says something about it. Yeah, Memorial Park entrance, and they've got like a little visitor center. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Onto the road. This area is also home to Big Basin Redwood Park, and that is up in this same area. And that has some beautiful redwoods in it. Gorgeous place to come. There's the YMCA. Hey, there's bicyclists on the wrong side of the road. Wow. I'd be surprised the truck was coming. Alright, and the Twisties are here. Got some real hairpin turns. I guess the tough thing is you got all these hairpin turns and twisties, but you got some beautiful sights. You got to take your pick. You want to go, you want to look, do you want to ride? I kind of want to do both. You may need 2 trips up through here. Look how beautiful that is, that windy road like this. Wind through here. Watch for deer. Places with some pretty big bumps, so you kind of gotta watch for some of those 15-mile-an-hour hairpin turns. Well, now I get a view. I'll be getting closer to the top of the ridge here. Oh yeah, now we can start seeing off the other side. Oh yeah. There's lots of little pull-outs. I'm kind of like, what's there? What's there? What's on the... Ooh, now we're back into the redwoods. How nice. Oh, beautiful road. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but it's just like each corner's banked. Looks like a ride. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Right down through the trees. Gorgeous road. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Look at that.
like different kinds of roads, maybe. I want them to be a little bit of a challenge, maybe not all direct, you know, perfect corners. I want them to be a little bit, you know, maybe they reduce radius, you got to challenge yourself, some bumps, ups and downs. I like how the twist through the trees, you get that view, and you kind of see through there. It's really nice. I tend to like that. Sometimes the perfect tarmac road is just tempts you to ride maybe a little too fast and not quite enjoy it. This is a nice one. Well, yeah, this kind of corner goes around and gets sharper. It's pretty nice. Oh, and here we are. Oh yeah, okay. So I think this is maybe another turnoff here. I think I've taken, that's Alpine Road. I think we actually want to take Alpine Road. Right, Alpine Road. So there's a little turnoff there, and then you can come back and take the turnoff from just up above, and sort of a narrow little windy road. And this is the one I want. So as I remember it, it's like a little one-laner. I think I did this years and years. Oh, look how beautiful it is. I think I did this, maybe not, but because now it doesn't look familiar at all. But man, it's gorgeous. Look at a little one-lane road, really pretty. And we'll take Alpine Road, Page Mill Road, and that's supposed to be a great road as well. So maybe I have not driven on this road. But years ago, I came up here with a Miata club, a club that was not a Miata club. It was a Miata club, whatever. And drove around with them, and there was all these little roads up in here that we drove around in. It was a lot of fun. And really had no idea where I was going, so most of the time I kind of felt like I was lost. But then every once in a while I come up here and I'll recognize the road and say, oh, I should take that one, and then it ends up being one of those roads. Yeah, this is really cool. These big old redwood trees down, crossing the creek. Oh yeah, you gotta check this road out, guys. Really kind of feel like you're exploring. So this is sort of a back road, not the main road. Lots of little ferns down there in the creek. Road narrow, so it's already narrow. Oh yeah, it sure does. Look at that. Wow. That is awesome. Oh, there's a little trail there. A little trail system in here. Oh yeah. Wow, this is a fantastic road. Yeah, bring your friends out here. They'll wonder, how the heck did you find this road? This is crazy. I love it. And it's just not a standard road, you know, so it's just super cool. That was a turkey. I don't know if it was a real turkey or a statue of a turkey. It's like looking on the side, not enough time to really look, but I think right on the side of the road, but it was next to somebody's mailbox. This makes me think it might have been like a little statue of a turkey. Oh, this is great. What a cool road, man. See, I love these roads. It's bumpy, but it's, you know, it's got these ups, it's got these downs, and it's got little banks and corners and neat stuff. It's just super cool. I'm not sure how much of it, I mean, it just keeps going like this, guys. It's awesome. It's just gonna go and go and go, and look at that, it just winds back around. Another, there comes a car that way, so we'll take it really slow here and wait for him. There we go. Good to keep an eye out, way out in front if you can. Watch those cars. Yeah, it's really cool. Oh my gosh. Sometimes we find those gems of a road. This is definitely one of them. And I don't know, you know, these are more challenging because you've got all these different angles on the road. So if you've got a beginner rider, you know, and the road's kind of angled off, sometimes that'll kind of freak people out a little bit when you're riding. It isn't, you know, not necessarily an advanced rider or an intermediate rider, but if somebody that's beginning, this would not be the road for them, because if they go off the side, there's some pretty big drop-offs, and they could lose control if they went off the side of the road there. It's like, this one's not bad, but there's some ones with like a foot drop-off on them, and that can make it a little tougher. People are very friendly, and then, you know, you've got the bumps, and with a bump and then a off-camber corner. Just make sure that you've got people that have some riding experience before you bring them up on this road. And that's all I have to say about that. Otherwise, everybody's going to love it. Okay, well, if I find... I'm going to have to pause here, at least the video, so you guys can you can't watch this all day long like this. I know I've got miles more to go, but when we switch over to another road, I'll pick you up. But this road's just been like this the entire time. The Alpine Road is fantastic. And road has changed a little bit. But Alpine Road kind of came up to a T. There's a stop sign, and you take a left and you stay on Alpine Road, and then look at this change in scenery. You know, from being in the redwood forest to up on kind of the top of the mountain where it's sort of barren. Looks more like some of the regular hills in the Bay Area, but some good sights here, that's for sure. Good views. But definitely a totally different landscape, and I love that about this area. You keep hitting these different landscapes. And let's see what else we find. As we just passed the Skyline Boulevard again. Yes. So we passed Skyline Boulevard. You could take Skyline Boulevard up to the north, and you could go to Alice's Restaurant. You could take it to the south and go down to Santa Cruz. And then we're now on Page Mill Road. And Page Mill Road is a real big home to bicyclists. And I see one coming up here, so you got to kind of be wary of them. And then we're going to take this down into the valley again. And Page Mill Road, we can see some views off to the left here. That should be, see if I can see those really quick. Down into the valley and into the bay. That's pretty fantastic. There's a rest stop just up here a little bit. You can stop here. There's lots of restrooms. There's a little area there, another here with restrooms. I've seen about 4 of these so far, which is fantastic. Good places to stop, have a picnic, at least use the bathroom. It's interesting when you get these roads that are this smooth, the surface almost feels slick. You know, it's just so smooth after being on some rougher surfaces. There's just no, it's like you don't feel the road anymore, you know, it's just so smooth. It's nice though. surfaces are super nice. Just was following some traffic and they just kind of pulled off. I was not expecting them to pull off. There's really not a lot of areas to pull off, but they certainly made way, which is super nice. You gotta expect a lot of traffic, especially on the weekends. There's a view out here, and there's this road that's a little off camber corners. And it's a little interesting because you kind of come through the corner. Like this one's kind of banked right. The other one was a little off camber, and you got that big view, and it was like, wow, look at the view. Don't look at the road. Don't look at the view. Yeah, pretty neat. Really good corners. Some of them are, well, you know, I was gonna say some of them are a little bit bumpier. Like I thought that one was gonna be a little bit bumpy, but it wasn't. There's a few off-camber ones, some like that, where you've got some good camber. This is a nice corner right here. Look how sharp this one is. Really awesome. A little bit of banking in it. This one's got some banking in it. Look at that. Pretty cool. These bicycles really get moving. I don't know if you get comfortable in spandex going that fast on a bicycle, but they're probably doing it every day. Probably not find a spot to pass, and we'll just leave him. I like him to wave me by. I don't want to push him. There we go. That's a good open area to go around him. Goes. Was that Moody Road? That was Moody Road. I think I was supposed to take Moody Road. Uh-oh. I am. I'm going to go back. I gotta find a pullout and turn around. So I was going to take Moody Road. That was the road I wanted to take. Alright, we're going to turn around. I'll catch you right back as soon as we get to Moody Road. I made a U-turn, came back up here, and I believe this is it right here. Got to be a little careful. I think that is, yep, Moody Road. And so this is another one of those little windy roads as an offshoot from the main one, and should provide a fun road without a bunch of bicyclists on it, a little less traffic, and gets us kind of going the direction we want, but more than that, just a cool little offshoot of a road. Now look at this. What a fantastic change of pace. Well, the fact that there's no cars on it. It's nice and windy just like the other one was. Surface is a little different. Really cool. I can see the road going down from my right there. Yeah, and it just kind of winds back around. Very cool. Watch out for the dirt in the road. How cool is this? Love it. Yeah, Moody Road, another cool road. Holy smokes, guys! We found a lot of roads today. This video's a good one. This is a great one to hit. Wow. What a variety of roads, variety of terrain, from the Pacific Coast Highway up into the mountains, then coming back down into the valley. It's pretty awesome. Feeling lucky at the moment to have so many amazing roads so close to home. And we're back into some kind of a valley headed out toward, I mean, you'd think you're way out in the middle of nowhere, and we're minutes from the downtown area. Really awesome. Today's video, we're back right at the highway 280 right there. You can see the highway right there with the interchange going towards San Jose. We're going to head that way. So today's video is on the RT, the R1200RT from BMW. Fantastic motorcycle, just absolutely brilliant in all those corners and all those windy roads. Just fantastic. You can lay this thing all the way down until your pegs scrape. It's just absolutely fantastic. I'm on the Michelin Road 5 tires. Those have been doing fantastic for me too. Just an absolutely dream of a ride. I appreciate you guys hanging in there, and if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, because that helps me out. But the comments are fantastic too. If you watch the video all the way through, that's so cool, because that also helps. You can just let it run in the background. You make a little comment that says anything you want to, and that actually helps me out in the algorithm for YouTube. They just, you know, if you make a comment, they're like, hey, the person's paying attention. Anyways, if you can do so, that's great. Fantastic. I will see you guys next week. Next Friday's video, it's not to miss.